Hey, I would like to again repeat my thesis that I believe that all the banks, especially Swiss banks, have their money that they are allowed to print backed by blood and organ business, which is basically a dark business. This also includes placenta and this umbilical cord that they steal from every woman in the maternity ward, and also this includes human eggs and sperm and what is left over after abortion. Okay, this they also need because they use this tissue, what they call stem cells, in order to grow their bioweapons in their military labs and to grow the army of their clones. So basically that's what their currencies are backed with, the blood and donor business. I would like to read some comments on their video that you can find on YouTube. It's by Yeva Discover, and the title is Harvesting the Blood of America's Poor, Big Pharma's Blood Plasma Business documentary. Okay, so it has a lot of interesting stuff about it, but I'd like to read some comments. Into the Wild, USA. I used to work for the Red Cross as a traveling phlebotomist. We often went to high school blood drives, and people as young as 16 all donated blood. I guarantee you it ends up at Ambrosia, where they infuse old people with young people's blood to reverse aging. I guarantee these pharmaceutical companies, these blood plasma centers, and these sick pukes that decided to use young people's blood to have a spa experience are making a huge bank of free donation. I would be very worried for my teenagers that had potent blood. I bet you that some people that go missing went missing because of the power in their blood or happened to be an organ match. So sad, I wake up one day while at a blood drive and realize how much billions they were making of free donation, and I gave my notice. I'm happy to see someone reporting on this horrific industry. My mother's life by blood transfusion 47 years ago at the Kaiser Hospital in California. So it's always some Hopi Elliot with name Elliot, whatever. The agents that are always there in the comment section talking about how that is good and so on and so forth. Oh my God, I often suspect that this was going on. That's why I've never donated blood. I've also wondered why when you go for a physical, they have to take out so many tubes of blood to do test. It's all about mighty dollar, gangster style. Yeah, they claim that they have these microscopes and electron microscopes where they can see things in -9 degree size. Still they need lots and lots of vials of your blood to make an accurate blood test analysis. The irony is, Angel, it's not just your world, it is everything in this world. I'm in food and nutrition, same old crap. I'm a flab but not working currently due to my EMF sensitivity. My friends suggesting donating plasma for $4. I call the center and they say they just take the plasma and put the best rest back into the body. I said, why don't you just take it all? I don't like the idea of machine being used to return something to my body, not with all that is going on right now. I had red flags going on, and now I'm seeing this video. Wow. May God bless you for walking away from known evil and sharing truth with us. I remember when they would come to school for extra credit and stickers. I got lupus and scleroderma, so I never did it. Also, I agree that the people who go missing were targeted like that. Like the rumor of Kenika Jenkins and her being a match to Selena Gomez, who now has her kidney. Truth in your comment. Is that what happened to Kai J? It's true. Good for you. TMH chosen people. Okay. What do you mean? Please don't tell me something bad happened to our girl. I have followed Kanika Jenkins for years. However, I haven't been able to log in almost a year due to my mother-in-law. God bless the truths. I keep saying our country is corrupt because of the people's hearts. It starts at the local level. Different blood types can do different things. Zero negative is very rare and is the royal bloodline. So if you are zero negative, you better hide. Yeah, that's what happened to my child father. They have always returned your blood after removing the plasma. It has always been standard procedure. That is why plasma donation takes so long. They have to return it, otherwise you would die. It would be far too much blood loss. Yes, they've always returned it. Do they still provide snacks for afterwards? Sounds like Head Start. They don't want to let people know whose blood is number one on the list and what they are really doing with it. There are so many people in high places and they are sick. So what they do, they come to our neighborhood to look for their blood match. Stay woke, people. I do the same. There is a special place in hell for this pharmaceutical company. Thank you for the truth. Good that you woke up. So the next comment. There is thank you for your truth. Good that you woke up. Most don't. Been a nurse for 10 years and can't do it anymore ever since before the COVID money extracting scheme. It's all a racket. Yes, blood types with RH negative is common in the royal bloodline. Zero negative is universal recipient, universal donor. Why AB negative is universal donor is even rarer at about 1%. B negative is about 2%. Scary if we become targeted for our blood type. Zero negative is the donor. Princess, well said and done. Vlad the Impaler related to Charles III and family. Queen or Countess of Bathory. Luciferians is vampirism and cannibalism combined. It doesn't matter if we believe it or not, they do. Cannibalistic, oh my god, what a wicked, scary world we live in. Yes, I've heard of all of this. I saw on some help and discovered hospitals have over a dozen levels down there where I caught by remote view and some kind of angel help someone tasting my blood samples. They kept coming up all night for more. I was 7 months pregnant and seems they wanted surgery, but it's 4 years later and I still have my appendix. They came up for more blood in the night and I jumped up and said, "What the fuck are you guys doing with my blood down there in those basements?" That was about 1980s. Prince George's Hospital, MD. I checked out AMA and let them complain, left anyway ASAP. They are vampires under all the hospitals and nobody knows it. Whether they drink a little or get adrenochrome injection. The lab techs allowed levels down, know what fresh live blood is. I caught dogs figuring it out. I found out from the military about level 4 down and met a black man who was building hospital undergrounds in the 60s. He was dying but told me, if you go down there, you ain't coming back up. That was Harbor, UCLA in Torrance, California, Los Angeles County. It amazed me they kept secrets their whole life, but they use black people a lot who feel secrets are normal and necessary to get an advantage on white people. That's when young and going for the great life. Eventually they realize it's sick what is secretly running the world, basically vampires. So sorry that happened to you. Thank you for sharing. Also, sadly, unless one's baby is born at home and wisely having a trained, licensed midwife to help the mother to be, a hospital or medical facility draws blood from the newborn baby. Some of the tested for health issues, which the parents are told is the reason, but some is sent to DNA testing, documenting a data cataloging center facility. In other words, a family DNA data collection just occurred. Also, if a baby is born at a hospital, once baby is registered with the federal government through the issuance of a birth certificate, which sadly then is made corporation or up to 20 strawman corporation without the parents or baby consent or permission. The birth weight in gold is also bought, sold, and or traded on the stock market daily. This is unconstitutional and illegal and is done by the foreign-owned and ran Federal Reserve. Americans were not informed nor have ever consented or given permission. Like I first mentioned in my first comment reply, it doesn't matter what we believe. They do believe in and call themselves Luciferian or Satan worship. Some worship Molech, Baal, Remphan, or a host name for the devil. They don't care if the world doesn't believe. They choose or were taught the things they believe or in or do that tend to be evil in nature. So, Tanika Jenkins was with friends at a party that took place in room 926 of the Crown Plaza Chicago O'Hara Hotel in Rosemont, a suburb of Chicago. The party started at 11:30 p.m. on Friday, September 8, 2017. An acquaintance who arrived at the party noted that Jenkins appeared to be swaying back and forth as she embraced him in a hug. Several witnesses reported seeing her drink cognac, but did not see her partake in any marijuana or other drugs. Another witness reported that Jenkins wasn't acting like her usual self. Nothing that she would dance a little, but later appeared to be sad and went to go sit down. She was briefly seen with others walking through one of the halls in the hotel. Camera footage later surfaced of Jenkins staggering near the front desk at 3:20 a.m. About 1 hour later, Jenkins' friends contacted her mother, Teresa Martin, who arrived at the hotel around 5:30 a.m. to assist in the search. She proceeded to knock on many guest doors from the top floor to the bottom until the hotel employee called 911 to complain. Hotel management stated that they could not provide access to video footage from the night before until someone reported Jenkins missing to the police, who officially reported her missing to the hotel management at 1:15 p.m. Saturday. Family members later characterized the initial police response as lacking urgency. At first check of camera footage that focused on entrances and exits turned up nothing, but at 10 p.m. police spotted footage of Jenkins stumbling through the hotel. Her whereabouts remained unknown till she was found in the hotel's freezer and pronounced dead at 12:48 a.m. Sunday. She was found lying face down on her side with one shoe off. There was no sign of trauma other than a small cut on her foot. The temperature inside the freezer was found to be 34 Fahrenheit 1 Celsius, approximately 2 hours after the doors have been left open. Investigation. The freezer, which was on and working, was described as a walk-in freezer within a walk-in cooler and was part of unused kitchen. Lights were apparently turned off in both chambers where she entered them. Question remained as to why the freezer was turned on, although it was reported being leased out to a restaurant using space in the hotel. Motion detecting security cameras showed Jenkins staggering, apparently intoxicated, through the hotel's hallways, eventually arriving in the kitchen where she rounded a corner towards the freezer, where the freezer door itself was cut off the camera side. On October 6, 2017, the Cook County Medical Examiner officer ruled Jenkins' death as an accident. Coroner's office. The autopsy report found no illegal drugs in Jenkins' system, and her blood alcohol level was found to be 0.112. Traces of topiramate, a drug used to treat epilepsy and migraine headaches, were found in her system, although she was never prescribed this medication. Topiramate, taken together with alcohol, can enhance the effects of both and hastened the onset of hypothermia, the presence of which was confirmed by lesions found in Jenkins' stomach. Brain swelling was also observed, but this condition was not associated with the cause of death. The Rosemont Police Department issued a statement the same day saying that while no foul play was suspected, their investigation had not yet been completed. Jenkins' friends' stories remained inconsistent as to exactly what happened after the party. After she went missing, one friend texted another about how Jenkins was drunk and missing. The reply came back, "Find Kaneka, and I can't believe you all lost her." They told Martin that Jenkins had gone downstairs with some people, but they left her alone to go and retrieve a cell phone from one of the hotel rooms. It is what it is, guys.